Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your reading. Today, I want to start with a question in my mind that just popped up. If you had your ideal life, how would that look like to you? If you had an ideal day, what would that actually represent? And especially the emotions. I want to ask this question because you don't have to answer it, but if you want to, go ahead and comment down below. But I feel like when we start things with this kind of positive, the outcome that we desire, it actually brings it to our life faster. Okay, let's see what's happening with your symbols, what they're going to show about your ideal life. This is going to be about the next 4 weeks. And if you want to enjoy this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and comment down below and hype the video. We have a coins here. Money will be coming to you. Okay, that's going to be the ideal. We have July. I pulled the number July as a number, which is number 7. Symbolizes knowledge. So there's some important information that is also coming to you. I feel like it can be either or at the same time, both at the same time coming forth. Maybe money information coming so you can use it and utilize it. We have a weeping willow, family sorrow, and a dark woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Another thing we have is a grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. So this can be the money coming to you can cause some family stress, unfortunately, and maybe with a woman in your family with a dark complexion. So the family sorrow, I feel this is not really something actually crumbling down in the family. It can be maybe someone in the family not really being super happy when you achieve massive financial success. I don't feel like this is a negative intention. I feel like this is more of someone who cannot really handle. It says you handle it carefully because this person cannot really handle being in a lower position than you are. Okay. All right, this is very weird. It says family, but I feel like this can be some people maybe you think that they're close to you that you consider as family as well. Aries, you are like the first zodiac sign. You probably have some kind of like a leadership spirit in this kind of setting as well. And this person might not really want to listen to you. Okay, they are probably rebelling against you, but you have an upper hand. So in the next 4 weeks, you might be dealing with their energy. We have a heart here, love, deep affection, and caring. So this can be your approach. We have to take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. Something is coming in, something has to go. And this is actually love, deep affection, and caring is you caring for your money. And maybe if there's something to pay, if there's a tax over it, if there is something that you need to look up into, maybe there is something financial, like literature requiring that you need to look up into that. That's the shark. Shark can also be someone who is financing you about a subject. Maybe they want to pull it. So approach this situation with heart and love and deep affection because there's a disappointment in some affair coming, someone going out of your life. I want to pull some cards. We're going to jump into the coffee cup. I don't usually do this. This is but this is really something happening there. I want to see if this is for the highest good. That's why I said, like, what's your ideal day looks like in the future. Okay, 8 of Wands is many positive opportunities, and the Queen of Cups is actually nurture and love of the universe coming to you. And that might require you to let go of certain people, situations, or they are letting you go. Maybe you're going to feel a little despair about that, but it doesn't mean that it is going to actually affect you negatively. I feel like this is going to overall affect you positively. We have a crescent moon here, a tears of joy, a massive tears of joy inside of it. Within the first week, there's definitely some movement happening. Let's bring some more light in here. Tears of joy coming outside your comfort zone. There's also a massive chunk of money showing up here within the 4th week with a letter T on there. This can be also like there's a mountain that you're climbing in and you are stashing some things like a fish, extra money inside of the mountain here. And there's an owl over the mountain. This is the 3rd week timeline. I don't want to miss out when I see the symbols here. You can see the owl right there, a massive one. Kind of looks like a terrier dog as well. So something's just exactly changing in your life and changing really fast. And 8 of Wands is that fast change. And this will require you to let go of maybe like a shark that is someone that you have partnered up with. What happens with the shark's energy? I dropped some cards here. I'm trying to pick them up so I can show them to you. The shark is someone. Okay, so if there's any doubt, if something is working out, you're going to see a loving resolution about that too. Shark can be someone that is maybe you partner up 50-50 or 60-40 or maybe even less than that you're taking. And initially losing this support might feel, but the shark's teeth outside here, leaving your zone, might be a disappointment as a casket. It's like going out of your life, ending a situation. However, this is working out for your highest good. Initially, it can be a shock, but when it moves forward, it is going to be something that is really, in a good sense, impactful. I see that you're climbing on top of a mountain here gradually. This can even be a situation keeping you on the valley. You're not seeing the top of the mountain. Maybe you don't even get to climb to the top of the mountain because of this person. It seems like within the first week, you see here, you're right there, the articulate monkey that you're climbing up. You are understanding that, okay, this held me back. Now I can actually freely climb to the higher places, which you do. When you do that, the second week, there's a gateway opening here. We have a goat right here under it. The goat can symbolize a Capricorn. One goat, the second goat right there. Goats are resilient, they're stubborn, and they're go-getters. Another thing with the goat's energy, this can be someone, also they're very protective of their loved ones. This can be someone who's really there for you and helping you climb up the mountain here. And maybe even showing you, because goats can actually stand right next to a straight wall, basically, on the mountain, a straight mountain, and do not even fall down there. They can run down the mountain like that too. They can like hold on to those little edges. So this is someone who will maybe show you how to balance yourself when you are on the edge of something. And maybe even if it looks dangerous, they will show you how to balance yourself in that environment, which a shark cannot do. Sharks are actually very straightforward animals. And so like they attack, they eat, they attack, and they move forward. But goats are much more, even though they're aggressive, they're much more friendly to the nature. So I feel like from that mindset to more a peaceful mindset, you're having an upgrade here this next 4 weeks. It can be a shocking experience. I usually do not speak about the negative stuff, but when I see it, I need to say it. The cards are showing it, and I see that there's a new home forming here for you. Something better is waiting for you out there, and in order for you to reach to that, you need to leave that comfort zone, okay? And this can be because you are very comfortable where you are. That's why you might have to be pushed out of there. Don't take it in the sense of like leaving the home or leaving a work. You can take it as maybe like you have certain friendships that are not really serving you anymore. They're not really supporting you. They're bringing you down. You have new plans to maybe you want to travel the world. I see the pathways are opening here, and you have, this is also you have like a tent around you. There's a fish inside of it. Fish indicates wealth, opportunities, money. The pathways are opening. There's a pregnant woman here holding a number 8. This means material satisfaction, and you're about to give birth to something new. And the current environment is not really serving you and pushing you out of there. So it's for you to really, like, first of all, see the big picture, and instead of dwelling on the momentarily what's coming and what's going. And the second thing I told you, the owl, it was the first thing that I saw here. Owl represents heightened intuition, someone who can actually move quietly in the dark and also still seek, still move, and still can feel what's coming forward. Owl can symbolize a good friend, actually wise persons giving you good advice. They're also shaped like the dog. So this is not only a wise person that you're dealing with. This is a person that has some good information and loyalty to you. Okay, they're loyal to you. They like to support you on your cause. And this is when you remove yourself out of that environment. Now I see here like a cockadoodle, which symbolizes someone cocky. Maybe you are allowing those cocky people to dictate what you're going to do. That can be the shark here. You're going to Like when you cut the ties, you're actually going to connect with the wise people that are supportive of what you want to do. Within the third week, this kind of looks like a face as well. You can see the nose and the mouth, but also looks like a legal paper. This can be someone who will be maybe offering you a contract, or because it's clean, clear, some precise offer coming in, which has like a chunk of money here that's coming inside of your heart space, your home space. And that's also, I see there's a massive heart forming here, maybe even helping you match with your heart's desire. Another thing I see here is there's a person right there holding a massive cup, wearing a crown. As you can see, crown is a king or queen status. She has a cloak, so that's why I don't want to limit it to like a king, but can be both royalty. What that means is a court card, basically. What that means is this is either your energy that you are presenting the cup, your heart's creation, that your creative output, which is going to really, like, you're standing on a chunk of money right there. The creative idea will be bringing you success. And also, I told you there's a massive heart here. It is another additional heart's desire showing up with when you embody the energy. But you're shedding off with the scissors, you're cutting off what doesn't belong to you in order to rise to that higher level. Because I feel like now you are like helium balloon, but tied down with many things that holds you down under the water. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see what the answer is going to be. There's a sharp line here, and I feel like this is a line that you're drawing to a situation. Let's see, we're gonna see with your cards if you get like any, what else, the line, Seven of Wands, for example. Those are sharp lines that you're drawing and saying, you know what, you cannot cross this. So your desire is something that doesn't really have much time left. It's coming forward really fast, it seems like here. Another thing I see, there is like a king and a queen. They're having a conversation, and there's a dragon waiting for you out here. You can see the face of the dragon right there, right? The king right here has a T as a mouth. The queen right there, queen is not really very happy because she has a baby on her back. The baby can be something that you're working on and you're trying to grow, while the king is looking at it, not really being attentive to it. Or you might be the king that you want to help this project. And I see a home here. You can see like the home, there's a cuckoo's bird right there, like it's like a birdhouse, or it kind of looks like a clock with a birdhouse as a birdhouse too. So it seems like there's some time limit on something, and either you are the one who's helping this person, you need to offer the help right away, or you're the one who is in need of help and you need to allow the people coming in to help you, okay? And if you don't do that, it might take longer than you anticipate. It doesn't mean this is not happening. It is happening, but it might take longer. We have here, now I see angel wings. So it might be also certain things happening in a way that is angelic help. That you see as negative is angelic help, actually maybe even fixing up the situation for you. We're going to go week by week, and then we're going to go each week's past effects, the present, and what the future holds for you. Let's see what's going on. And I feel like for you, your reading, not everybody had this feeling. I had that feeling with them. The future effects can be not like precisely on the week energy. It can be what you do during that week is going to affect your future generally, okay? The past, present, and the future of the first week. So we have here King of Wands, which is your masculine side, which is you actually taking charge of the situation, getting things done, or pointing out here. You can see he is actually on the map. He says, I'm going to go conquer there. I don't see anything there, but I'm going to put my name on it. And this is you planning, okay? Something that you have planned, you have talked about, you had invested in, or mentally invested in. What happens is, in present moment, this week probably you're going to start collecting information, required paperwork, required knowledge in order to get there. So I'm going to go with the example. Maybe Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck. I see. I was going to pull clarifiers, but this is also a very good one. The shadow side of it. When you collect this information, you're going to land in this abundant environment. This can be maybe you want to move to a new country, but you don't know how to find a job there. But this is actually you figuring that out, and a place to stay, getting a visa, working permit, whatever is necessary. You collecting all that information. How is that going to be useful? The shadow side of it, I don't see. It is going to actually launch that adventure in a very wealthy, stable, and structured way. You're going to be enjoying the travel when you have prepared that knowledge instead of acting in an impulsive fashion, just buying the ticket and jumping on a plane and getting there. If you do whatever is the research is necessary, use the expertise knowledge, you're gonna actually with we have Ace of Pentacles here, you're gonna create a stable structure when you get there. It's not gonna be like a random going there and trying to decide what to do. Instead, you're going to go there with preparation, and you will thrive there when you get there. Okay, the strength also showing up. Yeah, you're gonna have an upper hand if you collect all the knowledge available to you. Okay, yeah, now I'm thinking yes, this is very like from my life experiences. I don't want to talk about it very long, but the thing is, when you're prepared, when you know where you're going, what to do, and what you want to study, if you want to study anything, it is much more helpful than going there and trying to decide and trying to bring things together, because it's easier to collect what you need to collect from where you are. Okay, I see here the second week, Page of Wands again. It's actually you taking baby steps towards this adventure. Even though you have a bigger mind while you're planning, in the second week, you might start to take baby steps, which is going to, I told you, King of Pentacles, you're showing up in the present moment, is bring stability. Okay. In the future, we have Seven of Cups. Stability is going to like bring stability, sharp decisions, fast movement, celebration. So you might even find a community, okay, that will be supporting you. The King of Pentacles also indicates financial stability, financial structure. How will that play out? I'm going to get to the Seven of Cups. You see he's holding a chocolate cake, which I love, and a beautiful wine that he's drinking. So again, stability is going to be if you collect the information, and that will bring a structure into your plans. But also if you take action, it will bring massive stability into your plans, okay? The things that you want to accomplish. Another thing in the future it shows is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is having many options, okay? And also not dealing with the past work, okay? Ten of Wands is a lot of work that you're carrying on your back. If you take care of those things beforehand, you're not going to be dealing with them in the future. And the Justice is whatever is right for you, even though you have many things laid in front of you that you need to choose from, you need to decide about. Justice tells me that you're going to really like pass those and choose whatever is rightfully on point and the best excuse me, option for you. When it comes to the third week, we have Queen of Cups coming forth again, which came up initially when I pulled it. Nine of Wands. I said Seven of Wands initially, right? And this is Nine of Wands is also protecting what you have created here. You see she has defended herself against all these wands, all these other people, and she's a little wounded warrior. However, she did it. She defended her tree of life, and her territory. So this can be disconnected from what's happening within the first 2 weeks. I feel like here there's a situation that you are being very understanding, loving. This can be about money issues. Here the fish can symbolize the money. It can be about a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a women, dark women. Here we have a family person. Maybe you have been very understanding and loving about them. However, they do not really take that loyalty. They do not really care about that loyalty, and they might even fully attack you here, and they might even put you in a position to defend yourself. Nine of Wands is like having a full-on defense here, and defending your territory. And this is basically telling you, speak up, speak up. Even if you're thinking, oh, this person is a very good person, they would never do anything behind my back. maybe they have good intentions, but they might end up not being the best support, because there's a masculine figure there being a support. You're also completing a cycle and celebrating something. Eight of Pentacles is also another you live and you learn energy coming forth in the situation. But what's that going to do is, in the future, the Eight of Wands is many adventures that you're going to, like Three of Wands, I'm sorry, is adventures that you're setting off to. It is going to be the foundation of the new choices that you will make. Okay, so maybe you're defending a feminine figure, but it seems like the masculine figure is going to be the one supporting you. And we also have here the Four of Wands, the celebration, end of harvest. The Three of Cups is end of harvest. Actually, this is a wedding and a calling, a castle on the background. That's your establishment, stability, and the people appreciating that you have come so far. So that can be a masculine figure. If maybe you're waiting for a feminine figure to do that for you, that might turn out to be a masculine figure. And that's also your learning curve. If you're feeling any guilt about the situation, that is something that you had to live and learn. Okay, let's see. Within the fourth week, we have Ten of Cups. Yes, you're finding your true soul family. Also, this will help you trust more of what you truly know deep down. The High Priestess is someone who trusts their intuition, and their intuition is strong. And what happens is, when you form that soul family, when you understand everything happened for a reason and carry you to this moment, you'll be able to come up with a new creative ideas. Ace of Swords is your new creative ideas, your future plans, your courage increasing, you being able to step into your new ideas and execute them faster. So overall, Ace of Swords is also a positive here outcome. Okay, but I feel like this Ace of Swords and Three of Wands here is not immediate future when it comes to this week's energy. The fourth week, you already see what's around you, who's supporting you, who's there for you, and you are using past experiences and knowledge, and also maybe written knowledge that you have for future endeavors. And you're understanding that if you do not undermine what you have learned, that's very valuable. Now you're understanding that. This is your oracle. We have Miss Spiderweb. Reconsider your alliances, make new connections. I told you from the beginning, this is what's happening. Maybe you're trusting someone, but somebody else is there for you. This is you really reconsidering is important here at this point. Prepare for a time when you are re-evaluate your connections, as well as the value of where and with whom your network. You will soon begin to shift your focus of communication to a place that will see you prosper, grow, and thrive. It is time to capture some of your dreams by placing your efforts in the right place and by speaking to people who can help you. I told you here, maybe you started something with certain people, but it's now coming to an end. It's not really working. I told you in the beginning, this is the same thing, proving that you will need to initiate this activity yourself or stop relying on other people. You need to change your focus basically from what you started with to a better future, a better option. Miss Spiderweb is asking you to get very interactive with your capturing of information, which we have two information cards. Eight of Pentacles come forth, leads and prosperity, even if it means remaking what you felt was already in place. You have to continually evolve. This magical companion will show you how, where, when, and once you do, you will know why. There will soon be new technologies, new connections, new locations, and new people in your life. Weave your web wisely. You will be rebuilding social networks, closing down old websites, removing yourself from the web for a time, and extricating yourself from friendships that keep you stuck in the old you. I feel like this is not about websites and such for you, even though it says Miss Spiderweb. This is about relationship, guys, okay? The old relationships that you have formed are not really evolving and not really carrying you into the ideal future, which I told you to imagine about. And when you look at that future, they don't exist in that reality. So that might be the restructuring that you need to do, okay? Let's see your angel and a crystal, and then we're going to pull one soul message for you. We have the Archangel Ariel. My light shines brightly. I'm self-confident and recognize my value and worth. Other people also recognize my value and worth. Exactly. So this is very straightforward message to me, and everything coming forth as well. Within the next 4 weeks, yes, there's like trials and tribulations, upgrades and downgrades. Maybe you see it as downgrades are going to be your upgrades as well. But this is overall happening that like high priestess is high knowledge, that you have deep down inside that divine knowledge, and that it is actually giving birth to new future and new ideas. And that's your value, that's your worth, that's your existence is worthy of the things that you desire to manifest those things, live those things. You recognizing that is going to accelerate your progress. Okay, I shine the light of compassion, kindness, and love from my heart. This is actually from your heart, applying first to yourself the compassion, kindness, understanding, knowing you can make mistakes. You're a human being. You can judge or not evaluate things in the right way, and you can always recognize and fix it. Okay, that's the compassion you feel for yourself, because what you do is everything that you feel for yourself, you reflect it outside to the world. We have a sunstone here, which one of my favorite stones right there. Have you been feeling down in the dumps? Do you need some enthusiasm? Wow. This is a time of prosperity and purpose. Step into your power and be all that you were meant to be. You are aligned with the magnificence and the courage to show your splendor. Step into your power and be all that you were meant to be. Stepping into your power, I feel like this is something that you need to dig a little bit. What would that look like to you? What would that feel like to you? You can comment it down below. Be an inspiration to others as well. Aries, you are the leader of the zodiac. You probably have amazing examples of your life that there were times you stepped into that power. Comment down below and share it with us without personal details, names, numbers, and such, dates and stuff. Okay, be careful with that. But yes, share it. It inspired us, guys. Okay. We have forge, don't follow. Pay a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. After all these things, this is like a stamp of the reading, guys. It's basically telling you you are the leader and you are creating a new world here. You can see from the space and the unknown and unstructured creative, like the land that you're moving into the created. Okay, that the mentally what you're creating, you're moving towards that dimension. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos right here, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.